Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, I was over here at my daughter's house and I was helping my son-in-law rebuild his deck. It was a tear out and a rebuild, and underneath the deck we found this big 25-pound hunk of quartz. Now usually the quartz that we find around here is mixed in with the red clay, or the quartz that I found, and it's usually no bigger than this right here. And it's usually grainy, but it works just fine as far as flint and steel type fire. So let's go ahead. This right here has just like one big crystal almost. Don't know if it came from around here or another part of the state or some other state, but let's go ahead and try to break some off and see how it'll do on casting sparks with a steel. Today I'm going to use 3 steels. I'm going to use the file that we made, the file steel, out of the Nicholson File. We'll use the spine of the Mora knife and the spine of an Old Hickory Butcher Knife. So let's see what it's going to take to break off a big piece of this quartz. We have got some edges to use. Let's try it out. I'm going to go ahead and let me show you the big job site. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the shade over here and we'll try it. The sparks will show up better in the shade. Newspaper tinder bundle. It's windy today. And it's going to be denim char cloth. Let's start off with the file striker. You always want to tear your char cloth in half, which will expose a bunch of threads. Those threads are usually what catches. Now, let's see if this big crystal quartz works very well at all. I always like to spread the amber all the way across the folded up char cloth. You might think that's just wasting heat, but it actually speeds the process up. Right. Let's try to cast some sparks off the Old Hickory Butcher Knife. Right off the spine. And I think I'll lay down a couple of pieces of char cloth. I like to tear a whole bunch of little rips in the center, because that gives the sparks a better place to catch. And let's lay out 3 pieces and see if we can catch a spark. Ooh, this is 2 pieces here. See if we can catch a spark. I know we can make sparks. Let's see if we can catch a spark. We caught the edge with that one. So it casts sparks off the Old Hickory just fine, doesn't it? Took several strikes, but that's to be expected when you're doing it this way, casting them off the spine. Well, for me anyways. Let's try to cast some sparks off the, I can see, off the Mora. Let's see how the Mora does. I'm beating off all my sharp edges. Let's go ahead and try it some though anyways. There we go. And I don't have, let's see. Here we go. And this one took several strikes also. Still though, Quartz is doing a good job in it. Let's see. We got one last newspaper tinder bundle. So let's go ahead and do it with the Nicholson File Striker. Tear it in half to expose all of these fibers. And don't have a lot of sharp edges left. Put it up on the sharp edges. Let her rip. Run out of sharp, oh, here's some sharp edges. Watch the difference when you get up on the sharp edges. Watch the difference. There we go. Alright, y'all. I just wanted to take you with me as I tried out a hunk off of that big old 25 chunk of pure quartz. It seemed to be fairly pure. Almost seemed to be one large crystal, which we know it isn't, but it works fine. Alright, y'all. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.